of course, the biggest story we have to talk about is Dame Lillard coming for Pat Bev and PG after the Clippers bench was seen taunting and making fun of Lillard after missing 2 free throws.
Asking me about Patrick Beverley, who I sent him home before at the end of a game. Paul George just got sent home by me last year in the playoffs. So they know. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. After I missed the first one, I heard them over there yelling. I just think to me, that just shows what they expect from me down the stretch. You know, they know what I do. And he saw it firsthand when I was a second-year player when he was in Houston. So I'm sure he has a great memory of that, which is, you know, why that drew that type of reaction from him when he saw me come up short at the end of a game. So to me, that's all that says.
But it did not stop there. Pat Bev commented Cancun on 3 on the picture of Dame's comments, and then PG responded and said, and you getting sent home this year, respect. Dame chimed in after that, keep switching teams, running from the grind. You boys is chumps. I mean, it's just straight trash talk. Trash talk at this point. Perk, what do you make of all this?
Well, first of all, I love it. I love the competitiveness, but listen, Kawhi Leonard is the only person on the Clippers that really should be talking noise, because last time I checked, he's the only one that got a championship over there besides the coaching staff. Here's the problem that I have with Paul George and Patrick Beverley. With them talking so much noise and saying Cancun on 3 and people going, you putting a lot of pressure on yourself. So right now I'm looking at the Clippers, and the way that they're talking noise and all the chirping that's coming in from their camp, they got to win the championship because they talking so much smack. But on the other end, this is what I hate, right? Yes, Dame Dollar, he missed those 2 free throws. But listen, it shouldn't have came down to that from the jump. Portland had full control of their game late in the fourth quarter, in my opinion. I thought Terry Stotts lost that game for them. I thought Doc Rivers outcoached Terry Stotts during the clutch of that game, and that's what cost them that game. And I hate it because everyone always want to look at what happened at the end of the game, the last possession. But nobody want to look at what led up to those possessions, like Dame Dollar getting trapped at half court. How about letting somebody else bring the ball up and have Dame Dollar already up so you could bring him off a pin down or something to that nature? So at the end of the day, I love the chirping. I thought it got a little bit too personal, in my opinion. It got too personal down the end toward last night when Dame Lillard, you know, sister and Paul George wife, you know, they started going back and forth. That's not what it's all about. But I don't mind a little noise talking. I talked a lot of noise my damn self.
I completely missed the wife and the sister getting involved on that. In that, I mean, what else caught your eye in this whole trash talk situation?
Well, let me just say this real quick. If you're a family member, shut up. I don't care if you're a wife, a brother, a cousin, a father. If you are not in the game,
real talk.
You don't get in and get these.
Yes.
Because here's the difference. Paul George and Pat Beverley, it may not be this year, but they got to see Dame Lillard on a court at some point. They're going to have to answer for that. And vice versa. Damon's going to have to answer for what he said. If you're not one of these people, you don't need to chime in. We don't need to hear from you. Right? So let me just throw that out there. But this is the number one rule of talking trash. Whether you are an NBA player or you just in the lunchroom at the table, right? You can't turn into a lawyer all of a sudden and start copping pleas. And what Paul George did yesterday after all that happened, to come on Instagram and throw up story after story after story, copping pleas. Well, actually, I was hurt and I had major surgeries and this happened to me. And if you only knew, nobody cares, bro. We are talking trash. We are ish talking out here. You better bring your strong ish talk. You don't come here. Imagine going through 6 major surgeries and still standing. Where's my violin? Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares about none of that.
Real talk.
Everybody gets sent home. Yeah, we know you know, Paul George, because you've been sent home so many times. Here's the messed up part. You know, when Devin Booker hit that shot on him the other night, everyone was saying, oh, he's always catching bodies. Oh, every time. And I was like, come on, guys, it's been 2 shots. It's a Dame shot and then the Booker shot. And then I saw a YouTube reel. They had something like 75 game winners that were all on Paul George. And it wouldn't be that concerning if it weren't the fact that he had a Gatorade commercial about it's not going to overtime. And he hits a game winner when at that point in his career, he had never hit a game winner. So Paul George, either you about that life or you not about that life. You can sit down and be quiet and let your game do the talking, or you could talk. But please, don't locker room lawyer us out here.
Well, the plot thickens. That goes deep. I mean, in the last place that you want to go for sympathy, honestly, I don't care what happens, is social media, especially when people are coming for you. Perk, have you ever had anybody trash talk you like that?
Listen, I had the Warrior fans. I had like Draymond, you know, he doing his little pom-pom situation and all that. But listen, I was the ultimate teammate, all right? I knew my role late in the career. They had a write-up about Kendrick Perkins as being one of the best teammates of all time. I see all the memes. Perk averaged 1,400 claps per game. I sure did. I knew my role. And guess what? I go back and average 1,400 more claps for $2.4 million a year. I knew who I was. But by the way, Draymond Green, listen, I was all good with the pom-poms and stuff like that. The only thing I was mad about was that I didn't get a chance to face Draymond Green because when in my Celtic days with me and KG, we would have wanted all that smoke. And I'm a huge fan of Draymond, but we would have wanted that smoke. But listen, trash talk is part of it. I didn't talk trash, but just like you dish it, you got to be able to take it. I don't lose sleep at night. I rest well. AC on 60, fan blowing in my face. I'm sleeping good at night.
60?
I mean, did you get that shirt specifically for this show?
AC, I'm a big dude, man.
Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy Sheed over at Warriors World. He sent me this shirt a while ago. I actually wore it on air. Perk has seen it. Perk, you got your royalties yet? We talked about this last time.
Hey, what's that saying? What's that saying? I mean, Christine, I'm rent free. I'm living rent free in the Warriors head. Like, you know, hey, send me my check. Send me my check. They get mad at me because I'm the only person that goes at the Warriors, and I don't care. I don't care.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.